Hello everyone, this is Philip from Black Book Gaming. We're here to play some Kerbal Space Program. I've heard quite a bit about this game, and I've not really had a chance to look at it too much. I have watched some videos previously on it, so we're gonna go through. We're gonna experiment. It looks like a lot of fun. I know it's in beta stage. It's only versioned 0.18.4, and so it's gonna be kind of it's still beta, so there's gonna be some issues in it, and there's gonna be, I'm sure, a ton of changes. I've already heard of a few things coming up that sound absolutely awesome. Really excited about playing this game and seeing our little Kerbals there flying through space. Let's see, we're gonna have to start a new game. We're gonna call this one Black Book Space Center. Okay, so it's got a sandbox mode, it's got a career mode, but you can't click on the career mode yet, so that's something that's probably still in the works, which is alright, so we'll be able to see the evolution of the game as it goes along. Okay, so we start off, we've got our space plane hangar, vehicle assembly building, of course, which is just like NASA, they've got the vehicle assembly building, a tracking station, and the launch pad. Also looks like we've got a runway out there too. Tracking station. Okay, so tracking station gives us our view of Kerbal, or no, it's Kerbin, I guess. Yeah, that's right. Kerbin, and let's see here. We've got the moon, the moon, M-U-N. That's nice. Nice little touch there, and keep on rolling back here. Minmus. Okay, so we've got two moons around Kerbin. Okay, anything else? Oh wait, actually we've got a whole solar system out here. Awesome. So we've got Moho, Eve. There's Kerbin, Duna, Dres, Jewel, and Elu. We're definitely going to visit all of those. I mean, that's just all there is to it. We'll have to go through and take a look at all of these. How far out is that? That is 113 billion meters away. Okay, a little bit of a trip. Probably won't get there definitely on our first attempt. So let's see what we can. Let's go back to. Let's get out of this. There we go. Let's go and start making a rocket. First rocket's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be something I just want to get off the ground. I want to start messing with the controls a little bit. I've looked up how to use the controls, but I don't know what they do. So we're going to... Oh. Hang on. Okay, so this is a good little building ability here. And what was this? Oh wait, that's probably not meant for this this ship. I have played the tutorials, so I do know a little bit about building the ships. There we go. That's probably a little better. Yeah, there we go. Let's have two of those. Now let's have three of those. And we need an engine. 1500 max power. Oh wait, no, that's probably meant for that big one up there too. 215, 200, 220. Let's do that one. Once again, that's meant for the larger fuel tanks there, and this one's 50. Let's just go with this one for now. So okay, we're just let's just see how high we can go. What do we want to call this thing? Let's call this. I'm going to call it Cloud Smasher, because hopefully we at least reach the cloud level. So we're going to save that. We're going to head out to the launch pad here, see if we can get off the ground. I know that we've got to, let's see. Spacebar activates the engines, and the throttle is with shift and control. And we've got our Kerbal over here. He is Jebediah Kerman. Glad to have him on board. Hopefully, I'm really sorry about you being the first guy that's going to be a test pilot for me here, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Throttle up. There we go. Okay, so we are off the ground. Wow, actually that's pretty good. That's not too bad. So good start here. Oh wait. I think I just... Oh, Joe, wow, wow. Don't... It's a little touchy. Turns pretty easy. But I just got to remember something. We don't have a, We don't have a parachute on this thing. I just happened to look down over here, and I noticed that there's supposed to be the staging over here, and there's no parachute on this thing. So I'm going to see if I can't give him a water landing over here, in the hopes that maybe he will survive. Let's go ahead and... Well, the controls on this are really pretty good. Of course, you've got your little... oh, I don't remember what this little ball is called, but it kind of tells you which way you're going versus the ground, which is really kind of nice. So far, and I don't know if it's just for this small of a ship, but it's being able to turn it is really easy. And we've got fuel. We're down to about a third of fuel, so we're probably got like one tank left. Oh, hey, look at even... Okay, that's nice. So you can even see your fuel. Very nice. So, Mr. Jebediah Kerman, you're about to have a problem here, and I'm very sorry for that. We're going to try and land you over water, which, unfortunately, at this... At this height, is going to be like landing on concrete. So we got off the ground. We're actually 48,000 meters in the air. Holy crap, we're going into space. We left the atmosphere. Huh. Okay. Surely we didn't reach orbit. He's got to come back. There's no way that that's going to be enough thrust to get us that far off the planet. So he's just kind of sailing along here. Appears to be very happy. EVA and IVA. IVA, what is that? Oh, internal view. Nice. So we kind of get to see what he sees. And, oh, yeah, we can even move it. Oh, there we go. Oops, go back. Okay, yeah, there's a nice view. Look at the atmosphere. I love how they got the atmosphere set up. You can get that little layer going there of atmosphere. And that's really cool. So, let's get out of this view. Okay. What's this other one? EVA. I don't think we want him to get outside the vehicle. Well, although he is kind of doomed as it is. We're at 136,000 meters. How far up are we going to go? We're slowing down. How do we stop this thing from rotating? Okay, we're not going to do an EVA this time around. I want to have more control over my ship before I start doing messing around with EVAs and things like that. We're still slowing down. Where's that map one? The map is... Oh, here we go. Okay. So we've got... Oh, we're going up to 205,000 meters. We're going to land right here in the middle of the ocean. The way it's set up right now. So holy crap, this has been this will be a long flight. So I will probably cut out most of this this arc, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch all of this. And we will come back when we're starting to get closer back to toward the ground. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Decided to come back real briefly just because I wanted to show at this high up you can just barely see the atmosphere around the edge of Kerbal here. And it's really, I don't know, it's really thin. There's like a light blue line. I don't know if it'll even come across on the video. We're now coming back down again. So he has made the top of his flight. I think this little spot right here is where we took off from, or was it this one? No, I think it's this one. I think this is our launch site here. So that's where we took off from. He is still smiling over there. I'm not sure why, because he probably hasn't realized he didn't have a parachute yet, and that he's going to come down for a hard landing. There is nothing we can do. I've got no fuel left. So he's going to come down pretty hard here in a little bit, and we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so we're back. Poor Jebediah Kerman is unfortunately headed for the ocean here at a rather alarming rate, almost 1,400 meters per second. Come down nice and fast. I think that needle's starting. Yeah, that needle's starting to move, so we're starting to get back toward the atmosphere. You can see the atmosphere is very, very visible on the horizon now. And I gotta start remembering to start putting parachutes and stuff on. I know there's more control surfaces I need to put on this thing, and I gotta do that for our next trip up. So let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna just lawn dart him straight into the ground here. Um, make it nice and quick as possible. I hate doing this. I really didn't. My goal originally was to have no Kerbals lost in space. Well, I guess technically it won't be lost in space, but I didn't want to have any dead Kerbals. And here we are, our very first flight, and we're gonna have a Kerbal that is not going to survive. Okay, so coming down. And we're slowing down a lot too. So the atmosphere apparently is extremely thick and brought us down from 1,400 meters per second down to a mere 140 meters per second. Although that's probably still not going to save Jebediah there. And coming up on splashdown. There it is. We are going to bid good farewell to poor Jebediah there, and we are going to go back to the vehicle assembly building. We're going to try and put something a little better together and come back for another launch here in this video. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back on the launch pad. Made some changes here. See there's two things up here. One of them, I think this top one here is a decoupler, so it'll separate us off from the main part here when we get closer to the ground. I did add on the parachute there, of course, and this thing's called an SAS, and I think it's a stability system. So once we get up in the air, we can actually have a little more control over our craft. SAS is this thing right here, and the key for it is T, which brings that thing online, so helps to keep us more stable. And we are prepared for launch number 2 here. I added another fuel tank on. So I mean, if you're going to have 3, you might as well have 4. Let's go ahead and power up. I hope this thing's not too heavy. And here we go. Oh, there we go. We're taking off. Nice and smooth. So this time I need to watch more as to where the atmosphere cuts out. I think it's right around, is it 60,000 meters? Because that's where we're really going to want to start trying to turn and maybe see if we can get some kind of movement going on this thing. We learned that the map is over here, and that the Kerbal SPAAAAACE. Okay, so is that our peak? Yeah, our peak is going to be at 5,000 meters. It looks like right now, but that's going up because of course we're throttling up here. We're already at about 5,000 meters and still climbing strong. Okay, so it looks like we're about halfway through this first denser layer of atmosphere. And so once we get past that and up to this next one, we should go a lot quicker. Let's see. How's fuel? Fuel, we're about half. I got a resources tab. Oh, okay. Oh, this was nice. So we can actually see how much fuel is in, well, each tank. So we see that we're burning fuel out of that. We've already got 2 empty tanks. We're now down into the 3rd tank, and it's burning through really quickly. We're now at 15,000 meters, and I almost feel like we're not going to get as high up off the ground as we did in the last one. No, if you watch like NASA's launches or anything like that, you know they do make a turn for orbit. I don't know if we can do that or not. Why is it not? Why are we not turning? Oh, I know why it is. It's this SAS that keeps us going in kind of a straight line. Okay, there we go. Got a turn going. Drifting. Okay, the controls are a little backwards here for up and down for me. But let's go with right there, and let's re-engage the thing. Okay, so yellow circle is direction we're going, maybe? Oh, we're out of fuel. We're drifting again. How far are we going to go up this time? Holy crap. 414,000 meters. It looks like we're going to land somewhere over here on this island, or this continent. Well, maybe. Actually, I think we may be falling short of that. Yeah, we're going to land just off the coast of that one over there. So, I think I could have done a little more turn there. I think I could have done a little more turn sooner and try to push ourself into more of an orbit kind of instead of running that thing so much straight up. Because 414,000 meters seems to be a little excessive for an orbit. I think we could have orbited a little bit lower, say around 150, 200, somewhere around there. So we'll have to make some adjustments for the next one. But I'm liking this rocket. It's working out pretty well for us so far. We'll just got to see what we can do to keep pushing it along. Not going to sit here and watch the whole flight. We are going to take a look around. The star field is pretty awesome, I got to admit. There's the sun. And, oh, there's the moon. Okay, so we could look like we're heading toward it, although we're not at the moment. But we can look like we're heading toward it. We will be going there sometime. I don't know when. It's going to take us a little while to get there. I've got a lot of stuff to learn before I can even think about trying to go to the moon. And so we're going to cut out for just a little bit here, and we'll come back probably at the apex of this thing, the SPAAAAACE, and just to kind of take a look back at the Kerbal here, see how far we are away from it. So we're back right here at the peak of our flight. Yeah, and it looks like we're headed kind of toward the dark side of the planet over there. We're taking a look at our orbit again, and we're not going to reach that right next to that shore there. I kind of hope we were, but I think what it is that the planet's been turning, and so now we're going to land somewhere out in the ocean. Probably actually be a little further back than that, and so we're not going to land quite where I thought we were going to land, but that's okay. We will actually be able to splash down, and Mr. Bill Kerman here, our pilot for the day, is going to be the first surviving Kerbal here on the Kerbal Space Program. And let's see, electric charge. I wonder what is stage only. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we'll have to work on that. See, we're starting to head back down. We'll come back to you as we get a little bit closer to the ground, and we will go through a splashdown from the look of it. We'll see you guys back here in a minute. Okay, so here we are. We're back. We're about 100,000 meters off the ground. Heading down pretty quickly. We're descending at almost 2,000 meters per second. In fact, I think we'll top 2,000 meters per second here. Haven't started to see the needle in the atmosphere move just yet. Oh wait, there. Okay, I spoke too soon. There it is. Now heading down. We're about to crack 2,000 meters per second. There it is. And Bill Kerman is now probably the fastest Kerbal that has ever lived. And at some point, we got to go through and we got to jettison this bottom part of our rocket and get ready for our controlled descent with parachute. Bill's kind of freaking out now. That's okay. I don't blame him. We're at 19. Oh, we need to start looking at doing this. Let's get rid of that really quickly. And 10,000. Let's go ahead and deploy the parachute. Wow. Okay, there we go. So the parachute is out. We're slowing down very fast. There goes our debris from Cloud Smasher 2. It's going to hit the ground here pretty soon, or not the ground. It'll splash down in the water. The chute is slowing us down nice and well, but it's right now it's in drag mode, so it hasn't fully deployed yet. Just like the parachutes with NASA whenever they do a high level drop. Still see that thing out there at 1.3 kilometers away, and we should be getting ready for. Okay, there's a splash down of that, so we can see where the ocean level is right there. It's a little hard to tell exactly. Okay, and there's the full deployment. We're now headed down nice and easy for a splashdown at about 6 meters per second. Bill is happy once again. Well, he was happy. Now he's kind of indifferent to the whole thing. But he's not going to crash. He should have just settled nicely into the water, and hopefully somebody will be along to pick him up at some point. So yeah, there is no land in sight. We are right in the middle of the ocean here. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue for him, but that's okay. Alright, so coming down for that splashdown, 200 meters off the surface. And this takes a little bit of time here. You know, it deploys, I think, maybe a little bit too early because this is kind of a long drift. But that's alright. You do want to deploy early enough so that you don't have too harsh of a landing. And let's see, 90 meters. What's this? Some kind of a line of sorts. Probably some kind of a graphical. Yeah, it's gotta be graphical because it's there everywhere I turn. So, just about to touch down. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Nice little splash down in the water. And Mr. Bill Kerman is now the first surviving astronaut to go into space. And we're gonna make some changes. We're gonna come back for another video. Oh, he's tipping. Oh, he's tipping over. That's not good. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. We're gonna try another rocket. Okay, we're back with our third rocket here, and I don't know. This may or may not work. I'll be flat out honest with you. What I've done is I've now got 3 fuel tanks down here for a first stage. I've then got a separator and another engine that's underneath of here. And then we've got two fuel tanks up here for this stage. I'm a little worried this is going to be too heavy to get off the ground. We call it a Kerbal orbiter. It may not do anything but orbit the ground, but the launch pad. But we're gonna roll it out here and see what happens. Because a lot of it's experimentation. We do have, of course, we left our parachute on, so if things go wrong, we can always kind of eject and get out of there. So let's head up to the launch pad here and see what we're able to do. Okay, so I'm supposed to turn on the SAS. Oh, we're kind of wobbling a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so we throttle up and let's go. Oh, very slow start. Okay. We're off. We've cleared the tower, and we are now headed up into space. Hopefully, we'll be an orbital run. This one engine is kind of struggling a little bit. It's not nearly as quick as the ones in the past have been, but that's all right. We've thrown a lot of extra weight on there. Got to try out this whole second stage thing too. And it looks like Bill Kerman is once again back in the pilot seat. That's nice. Good to have a returning veteran back in the pilot seat for our well, I guess technically third flight. And 83 meters per second. We are going up fairly slowly. We're still well within sight of the ground here. Let's bring up that resources thing again. So we got quite a bit of fuel. So we can see that we've already burned through one fuel tank. About to burn through a second one here, and so the third one we'll have a third one going here in just a moment. And once that one's gone, we'll try to get rid of this bottom stage so we can start our full ascent with the upper stage. Okay, so there we go. It's burning away. It's burning really. Okay, so why is this one so much higher? Is it adding up? Okay. It's this one up here in the upper right adds all of them together, as opposed to what's not active in the system. Okay, so we're coming up on the end of this one. We're gonna get ready to separate this out. I want to watch this. Okay, we're only 10,000 meters off the ground, and okay, there it goes. Separate it off. Okay, there we go. Start up the other engine, and we are off. Okay, now we're moving much quicker. Much quicker. Okay, let's see if we can start this turn. Let's go to about there. Okay, stop. Okay, so now we're moving a lot quicker through the atmosphere. We are getting it through this this middle part of the atmosphere. We are once again. How much fuel do we got? Oh, that's electric charge fuel. Okay, so the first tank is just about gone. We're about halfway through our fuel, and okay, we are now we're pushing out of the middle part of the atmosphere. So now we're in the lightest part of the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and come almost all the way over. I want to get down to like right there. Bill, hang on, Bill. We're doing all right. You got a parachute, so you're in good shape. Yeah, because we're almost out of this part of the atmosphere, so we should be able to go fully over and into an orbit hopefully here pretty soon. 57, 58, 60. Okay, so somewhere around there we actually is going to max out that little scale, but we just ran out of fuel. Okay, let's see where that's putting us at. Wow, that's a huge arc. 749,000 meters. Okay, so we're still doing the orbit wrong. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of looking on that, because yeah, that was never gonna get us into an actual orbit. Although it is gonna put Mr. Bill Kerman once again the furthest Kerbal from Kerbin, and at 750,000 meters, but it's also going to put him on the dark side of the planet too. So let's see. Bill, yeah, you might be freaking out a little bit because we're heading awful fast away from your planet. How close does that put us to? Oh, well, we're still long ways away from the moon. That's 11 million meters. We haven't even made it a million meters away from the planet yet. So we'll have to work on that too. But first, we gotta get an orbit. Let's see. Really, nothing we can do. I mean, other than turn our vehicle. So we're gonna watch Mr. Bill Kerman, brother, son, uncle, father of Jebediah Kerman, who we will miss greatly, who is sacrificed for the great Kerman nation. It was sad, but we will learn from that. We'll move on. We'll get a lot better at it. So there's the moon once again. We're gonna get a lot closer to that than we've been before. And nice little transition here as we start pushing over to the night side of Kerbin. Okay. Still heading up. We got a long ways to go to get to the top of this thing. So we might come back to this here. I might just cut out some of this and come back to this here in a minute. Maybe when we're at our farthest point, just to get a good look at the planet from a distance, and maybe we'll get a kind of a day-night kind of look at it. So we'll be back in just a second. So here we are, reaching our peak of our trip on this time around, and let's see if we can get that out of the way. Yeah, you see we've got like a nice crescent Kerbin. Well, it'd be like a crescent moon shape, but night side is pretty much predominant as we travel on over into it. And I have no idea exactly where we're going to land at. Can we even see? It looks like we're going to land. Is that land? Yeah, there's a lake right there. We're definitely gonna make a dry landing this time. So no splashdown for Mr. Bill Kerman. Hopefully the ground is equally forgiving of the landing as is the water. And we're gonna come back as we get a little closer. Although I got a feeling there's not gonna be a whole lot to see on this one, just because it's gonna be on the night side. So we will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, here we are. We are descending back to Kerbin, and yes, it is all green below us. We're going down pretty quickly. We're going to kick off this bottom stage. There's the moon. The moon is now setting, or it's going to be setting, because we're falling behind the planet here. And so we kicked off the bottom stage. We're wobbling a little bit. That's not too bad, though. And let's see, going into the Kerbin moon set, moon, M-U-N. Nice touch, and 1,400 or 14,000 meters. Let's go ahead and deploy the chute. Slow us down. It's going to be a nice touchdown. That part of the Kerbin debris, hopefully that's just playing out just countryside and nobody's over there. So we're pretty much going to call this an end to this flight. And we're going to come back on the next episode with hopefully a better design and maybe a little bit better skill in trying to get us into an orbit as opposed to just going way out into space. So we will see you guys next time.